Yo, I'm not gonna get my black ass out there. Don't go. Use your powers. Administration and institutions. Please escort these kids on campus. Please. Administration and authority. Escort these niggas off my campus. Please.
Welcome to the first holographic game jam. This is me, Vince South Blessed, and spoilers, there's only one entry into the game jam itself, and spoiler slash confession, it's me and I win. But the title isn't clickbait, because this whole process still involves thousands of pounds worth of holographic displays, so to me was still an interesting journey. Now, I've been programming with holographic displays for a few years now, and along the way I love to connect the displays to interesting outputs such as hand tracking and haptics, body tracking, but from the very start all the way up until now, my favorite thing has been holographic gaming. Earlier in this year, 2025, I got to work with the smart labs in my city. So we are here in the smart labs. First test, taking it from my computer created on the Looking Glass Go to be played on this 30. This is the old 32 inch. This is the new one, and we will see if it works here. So this is a holographic performance. Yes, it's working. It's working. It's working. So in a public event amongst other projects like quantum computing and precision robotics, mine was reported multiple times in the feedback as a favorite, and I created a holographic gaming experience called Holographic Metaverse. So I've been speaking to a team of holographic display manufacturers for a while now. A portrait and an 8-inch dev.
Oh, thank you.
That in 2019.
Yeah,
so
yeah. You have that's a rare early edition now.
I still have great conversations with different members of the team to this day, and in one of them previously I spoke about my idea of a holographic game jam and how I wanted to get somebody like Kai Cenat involved. So when Kai Cenat created the Streamer University, I tried to use it as an opportunity to bridge the holographic game jam. Yeah, I applied to be the professor of holographic film and gaming. So as you can imagine, when I've seen this bit,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Streamer Express. You guys are the very first class to it.
so I know Kai Cenat is sending me positive messages.
What? Bro, what?
Synchronistically, Kai used a hologram in its promo, and that's when I knew to set the theme of the jam to Streamer University and just make what I would have made at Streamer University. So I set up a stream for the first time in 13 years, and the first hurdle was the most consistent. Trying to film a hologram is like trying to take a picture of a video. So what I decided to do is create a prototype to try and show that, and also to try and recreate the Kai holographic effect. So what you're looking at right now is a holographic display called a portrait, and as you can see different angles as it switches. And so what you're looking at now is a shader that I created to get volumetric depth information and then displace it over a video or animation. So I decided to download a video of Kai and then put it through an AI to create that depth information. And this was all meant to be really simple because I had already done it before and it was based on the example that I showed you at the start, but in the end it did end up creating some issues. And it's funny now because I look at the footage and I can just literally see what's happened, but at the time it was frustrating, and basically it was that the AI depth had changed the length of the video, and so then that was displacing it, but in the end it got figured out. Get the clip in there, let's see. Okay, Okay. We have hologram. There we go. That's what it was meant to look like. And so I had created what I had set out to with this prototype, and that was without completely customizing it around this specific bit of footage, or making it any more modular. And so there's some footage that's a little bit better just on the other side of this, because I ended up deciding to making it a little bit more modular. So the original hologram in the promo was a kind of blue transparent, so I updated the shader so that it could do those sorts of tweaks, and then that was the end of the prototype.
Yo, tell me something. You watch Dragon Ball Z?
Fire for that.
Fire for that?
Oh man, I watch two man a fight for balls. Fire for that.
Man a drag man balls to the Z. I want that dog.
Man a drag man balls to the Z.
Man a fight over dragon ball.
A man dead. A man dead.
So with my initial setup, I had a custom title screen to go on a 16-inch OLED holographic display, a 3D model for Kai, and it had no hitboxes. So the first thing I had to do is set that up so that it could physically interact. Then I had to deal with the UI. The hitboxes were working, and so the last thing was to set up the second player. I originally saw it being like Kai versus Ice Speed on the front. Looking at the moveset, I'm like, the style that Kai is fighting in right now, you could have only got that from training with Duke Dennis. You know, the backflip. The backflip's in there, so obviously the backflip got me thinking, maybe put Duke Dennis in there. Also, when I was imagining it beforehand, now this is more when I was thinking about it in terms of the Streamer University, then I was thinking, the different crews. So obviously Speed's kind of on his own, but I was like, get someone from FaZe, so maybe like Jason, Clover, so I was thinking Ray, and I don't know what, all of them ambiguous lot, but I was thinking Dash Sinner in there or something, just make a super OP, flip people and they die. I thought that'd be quite a joke. So yeah, I went with that option as it was the first thing I tried, and I decided to not think about it too hard. So had to do all the UI, had to do all of the hitboxes, and then placed it in, and as you could see, there was some more tweaking that needed to happen. These were some similar sort of things that happened with Kai, but I had to remember the whole process as I was doing it going through. So sorted out those final issues with the scale, and then I had both of my characters. So when I set out in my head the parameters for what I'd consider the finished game, what I said to myself was 2 customizable characters and 1 customizable stage. So I set to deal with creating some sort of a Streamer University stage. And so what you can see here is basically, as the game is holographic, there's just too much space, but the fighting arena is circular. And so what I decided to do is to fill up the space with extra materials in the form of student related mess, and that way it would be easier to be able to sense the depth when you're actually fighting. So now I had the mess on the floor, so it was easier to navigate where you were. I just found myself always pushing the characters to the edge to the fight, because again there was something satisfying about the holographic visuals. So what I decided to do is start the fights on the edge and make the last little bit of Streamer University decoration just to tie the whole thing together.
Film was alright, so Silas. Yeah. I started the first global holographic game jam, and we've only got one entry. Yeah. Would you be the judge and judge the game?
So I was meeting my good friend Silas and decided on stream to try and make him my judge for the global holographic game jam.
Basically, come and test it.
Like, come see. Yeah, you have to come see it and test it. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
There you go.
On the day we planned, a new hologram arrived.
The ones with the big old block on them. Yeah.
A rare early edition now.
And so now with 2 rare early editions, it was time to start the first global holographic game jam. Global holographic game jam.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's see what a...
Versus?
Story mode or training, just because I ain't got 2-player.
Okay. Training mode will just throw me straight into it, and story mode will be...
So story mode, it will fight back, and then training man, and it won't fight back.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, alright, cool.
So you could...
Alright, let's go. Is this going to be a submission? Or...
What, so yeah, you went into the streaming school, so it's just Ryan versus Kai.
That's cool. Oh, no, that's not cool. Alright, make sure you're recording this. More like this.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie, AI is a bit much. The AI is a bit much.
But as I'm moving around, though.
Yeah.
There is, I'm not losing.
Oh, okay. It's even right now.
Yeah.
Oh, see now you got to do some wriggling.
Yeah, I need to get out.
Yeah, there we go. Class of 2025.
This is cool though, because it feels like I can look behind stuff.
Exactly.
This is impressive, man.
Oh, you.
But no stress. Alright, let me finish this.
Okay, you're gonna finish it. Right.
Can't let Kai.
Oh, someone did a special. Oh,
no, that's not him.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I don't know the controls, right? To be fair.
No, I mean, you might even do it, which is kind of like funny because this is obviously rather too hard than too. Hey, okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so you got around it. You got around it. Yeah, boom. There you go, innit? So you see the vibe.
That's impressive.
You see the vibe
because you can. I mean, look at the angle. That's cool.
So obviously, this is the first entry in the first global holographic game jam.
Yeah.
Just because we got to have an official thing.
Yeah.
Well, what are you giving it? Just to give it something, you know what I mean? Just so that next year there's something to compare it to and all that kind of.
So I can't give it a higher score.
That's what I mean. Do you know what? Either way, it's going to win.
Yeah, exactly.
so it's that.
I think innovation, 100%.
Okay, straight.
This is a first for me, right?
Yeah.
Of course, like I'd love to see more content, but this is a demonstrator.
Yeah.
So give it a good 8 out of 10. Man. Just so that there's room.
Yes.
To improve. Yeah, but
bang.
It's a no-brainer. This is where the future is going.
Hey,
100%.
you heard it here first. There you go.
Thank you so much for watching this video right into the end. Thank you for Silas for his complimentary but honest feedback on the game. Thank you to Sean and everybody at Looking Glass for creating such an amazing invention. So what's next? Well, I definitely want to be doing a holographic game jam for next year. That has got to happen. And there are so many holographic prototypes that I'm working on at the moment and have been, and I've got a couple of ideas too that I want to turn into vertical slices. So maybe if you've come this far, you're interested in this sort of stuff, so give me some feedback. Which game idea do you think would be more interesting to see a prototype of? So the first game that I'm working on is called Healer. And this game is about a woman who wakes up with the power to be able to regenerate herself. And it just explores what kind of gaming mechanics can be created when your power is to not die. My other idea is a game called Holodeck, which is about holographic trading cards which fight in a Pokemon style, but actually the gaming mechanics is surrounding you using them in a sort of Tamagotchi fashion. So subscribe if you want to see the journey of how holographic gaming became popular, and I will see you in the next video.